Alright, let's do part 3 of my sci-fi fantasy movie collection. This is going to be taking a look at just all the rest of my sci-fi fantasy releases. I do have box sets and stuff to pull out and show off, but we're going to show these for now, and then I will go and grab those. So we're going to start with Aragon, the 2-disc special edition. Now, I know this film is not accurate to the book. I've never read the book, but I've heard it. I don't care. I enjoy the movie on its own for what it is. It's a fun dragon movie with some magic, with some fighting. It's pretty generic. I haven't actually seen this more than once. I do need to watch it again, but it was an enjoyable watch. This is the special edition, so I do get quite a few bonus features. Not in there, but on the back here, such as audio commentary, deleted scenes, inside the Inheritance trilogy, Eldis, the first 2 chapters of the second book in the trilogy, Inhabitants, original animatic sequence for Ara's Ambush, Vision of Aragon, Conceptual Art Gallery, original and unused storyboard galleries. Yeah, there's a lot on here. I've read a lot of what's on here, but it is pretty cool. I enjoyed it, so there's that. Then we have Dragonheart, the 5-movie collection, which I bought at Half Price Books. I kind of regret spending $12 on this. But this does have all 5 Dragonheart films. This has Dragonheart, Dragonheart 2, A New Beginning, Dragonheart 3, The Sorcerer's Curse, Dragonheart 4, Battle for the Hearthfire, and Dragonheart 5, Vengeance. And this also has the making of Dragonheart, animating the dragon, Dragon's Life, Magic Behind Drago, creating Seavith, A New Legend, and more. And all of these are rated PG-13. And I've only seen the first 2. I never got through the 3rd one. And this is the collector's edition of the first film. I actually like the first Dragonheart. Dragonheart 2 was a real letdown. And these other ones I just never got around to. I've heard the 5th one is the most graphic out of all of them. But, I mean, you know, we'll see. Yeah. Also, oh, yeah. I couldn't see the text for a second. I'm like, what? What am I touching? Am I touching the back of the disc or something? But nope, it was there. That is Dragonheart movie series. The Martian from Ridley Scott, starring Matt Damon. I've never seen this film. This also has an extended cut on Blu-ray, which I do not own. But here's the disc. Waterworld with Kevin Costner. Oh boy, is this a bad movie. This film is kind of awful. Like, I can see why this film did not do that well. If for nothing else, how much of an unlikable character the Kevin Costner's character is. The Manor? Or, not the Manor, I forget his name in the film. That's how much I don't care for this movie. Whatever his character's called, he's so unlikable. He's such a rude person. And sure, he gets his final battle like, oh, I'm the hero at the end, whatever. It still doesn't solve the fact that he was a jerk the entire 2-hour runtime. Like, oh, this is an awful film. I don't know why they ever thought that was good writing. Here's the disc. I do have to admit that I do like the colors. And it is the theatrical cut. I know there is an extended cut, which I would love to get. I'd actually love to get the Arrow video set, and I almost did, but it had damage on the spine that was very noticeable, so I said no, and I didn't get it. And I know it's a movie I don't like, but it's kind of one of those, well, I've seen it once, so now I kind of want to know more about it. Here is the Super 8 J.J. Abrams directed film with Steven Spielberg as producer. I've heard things. I've heard that this is J.J. Abrams' first film. or one of his first films. I've never seen it. It is on my watch list. There's the disc. And then we got, let's see. Oh, this is one that I love. This is a movie that I loved so much, and I can't wait for the sequel. This is Alita Battle Angel. This is the Blu-ray DVD edition, which I've never opened. I think it's just way too nice. I need to actually open it and watch it again. This is such a great movie. I love this so much. It is so much fun. The martial arts in this is amazing. The whole mythology. I'm going to start this by saying that I didn't know this was based off an anime. I thought this was a completely original idea. But still, this film is so great. Like, I love this movie. I love this film. And I haven't watched it ever since I bought this at the end of 2023. So I really need to open it. But, yeah, it's a great movie. I'm going to put it back in the slipcover. And yeah, I did pay more for this. I could have gone for a standard DVD edition, but no. If it's a film I really like, I'm going to give it the treatment that I really like it. Besides, I love the bonus features on Blu-ray releases. Like, it's nice to have bonus features. Let's see what we got here. Oh, we got a couple end-of-the-world films. We got Knowing with Nicolas Cage. I can't remember if I saw this. I think I did. Yeah. This film was interesting. You got, let's see, Armageddon with Bruce Willis. I have not seen this one. This was like, what, one of the 3 films Bruce Willis had to make with Disney due to some deal. Wasn't this one a pretty big success? Like, I've never seen it, but I thought it was. And this is a pretty early DVD release. And then you got, this is a James Cameron one. This is The Abyss Special Edition. I'm going to say this. There was a time where The Abyss was basically a lost film when it came to physical media. Because I think I got this in like 2022 or 21 or something, maybe 23. But you couldn't find this movie anywhere. It was not on Blu-ray, it was not on 4K, it was not on streaming. The only way you could get this is by buying a DVD copy. Or a VHS copy if you really want to go that far back. But I wanted this film on DVD because it was a James Cameron film I hadn't seen. And I waited, and I got the special edition at Rasputin's Music. And I watched it, and I kind of hated it. But I still own it, and I'm not going to get rid of it. I'm just not going to upgrade it. It's filled to the brim with special features, I will say that. And it has quite a dramatic production history. Like, there were some gnarly things that happened while they were making this film. But, still, it is cool to own. And yeah, for a while it was really hard to get. So, you know, I was pretty excited when I found this because I'd been looking for it, but yeah. Now it's not so hard to get because you could just get the 4K or Blu-ray. Next we have the 2 Avatar films. This is Avatar from 2009. I watched this once and I never watched it again, but it was beautiful. There's a disc. I do have a better edition of this that I will show in a bit. Here's Avatar: The Way of Water. I am going to have to watch both of these before the new one comes out. Avatar: Fire and Ash, which I don't really feel comfortable with that title, but yeah. I got this one from Half Price Books in Sacramento. Or in Citrus Heights, rather. Here's another Bruce Willis film. This is The Fifth Element. This is a weird movie. This is like one of those really weird sci-fi films. This is so odd. I have a couple of these really odd ones, or at least they look really odd. But I saw this, and I thought it was, like, whatever. I didn't get it, but I did see it. And then we got... Oh, this is a good one. This one has Ryan Reynolds in it. This is, Free Guy. Oh, this was a really fun one to watch. I love the ending. I'm not going to spoil what happens at the end, but it is very, very fun. I do enjoy it. DVD. I got this, I believe, at Half Price Books. Brand new and sealed. Brand new and sealed. I think the same day that I got Avatar: The Way of Water. So that was pretty cool. Next we got Stargate. The, director's cut. I do need to get the theatrical edition for completionist's sake. But what does this have? This has the newly remastered... Oh, this has the theatrical cut. Yeah, newly remastered, 16:9 widescreen directors and theatrical cuts. Dolby sound, whatever you want to call it. Other bonus features, subtitles, trailers. Yeah, this was a weird film. This is a weird film. It's like sci-fi mixed with Egyptian mythology. And apparently there's an even longer cut. There's like a 3-hour-long version that has never been released. It could just be a myth, but I don't know. I feel like if it did exist, they would have put it with this. But maybe it does still exist, and maybe I'm just wrong. I don't know. But it's cool to have the director's cut. I did have the standard release before this, but then I found this, and I'm like, well, I'm going to upgrade, because why not? You know? If you find a better edition of something, especially a longer cut, pick up the longer cut. Alright. Next. A couple Tom Cruise films. We have, let's do these, we'll just do them like this. Live, Die, Repeat. A Warner Brothers film with Tom Cruise. There's rumors going around that they're going to make a sequel to this. So I guess it's appropriate timing that I picked this up. It's one I heard about anyways. I think it was also when I was kind of in a Tom Cruise movie craze. Not that I like the actor, per se. Like, you know, as a person, he has some ideas. But, you know, as a actor in a film, he is enjoyable to watch. And I do love Mission Impossible, so I did want to check out some of his other films. Here's Oblivion, with Tom Cruise and Morgan Freeman, which is cool that Morgan Freeman is in this. Disc. And then Tom Cruise in Minority Report, which I don't know if I'm going to like this one. This is directed by Steven Spielberg, but I have this. Partly because, oh, it's a Tom Cruise, oh, it's a Steven Spielberg movie. Yeah, it'll be interesting. It is rated PG-13. It is not rated R. Alright, and I thought this was done by DreamWorks. Why does this have the Fox logo? Oh, I bet they collaborated. Oh well. Next, let's see what we got. 2001, Space Odyssey. The 2-disc special edition. Don't ask me why I bought this, because I didn't enjoy the movie, but, I guess completionist's sake. I mean, I guess if you're gonna own sci-fi movies, you should maybe have, like, the #1 sci-fi film. So I guess that's a good excuse. Stanley Kubrick, whatever. You know, it's a very great film, but I'm not about to go track down all of his movies, especially because a lot of his movies are in so many different genres, including horror and dark comedy, and yeah. Anyways, next, we got some Spielberg films. We got 3, in fact, I think. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. These are all sci-fi. We have Close Encounters of the Third Kind, the special edition, or the collector's edition, which I do have a couple of other versions of this that I will be showing off. But first, that. And then E.T. the Extraterrestrial Anniversary Edition. I think this has the theatrical cut. I don't think this has the off-putting extended cut, though it might. Deleted scenes, a look back, the E.T. reunion. Yeah, so this is, you know, obviously DVD edition of E.T. And then this is one that at the time I didn't see a lot thrift shopping. I didn't see it a lot. I never picked it up. I maybe did, but I never cared about it. Anyways, I didn't see this one a lot. Ever since I bought this, every time I see it, I notice it. AI, Artificial Intelligence. This film, I've heard, is kind of creepy, but, it is Steven Spielberg, and it is about AI, so, oh yeah, I forgot they did that. I hate that so much. That is the worst casing you could ever do. That's basically saying to the customer, oh yeah, you think you're getting 2 discs? No, you're getting 1. Oh, wait a second, you're getting 2. Like, I cannot tell you how aggravating that packaging makes me. Like, that is not good packaging. I do not like that. I don't care if the movie's good or bad. You don't do that. Like, why? Why was that ever a concept? Got some other random sci-fi movies. Oh, these are fun ones. The Divergent trilogy. What was meant to be a quadrilogy until they completely failed and never got a 4th one made. Divergent. I think it's Allegiant next? Or it's Insurgent. I have these in the wrong order, I think. But there's Allegiant, and there's Insurgent. Yeah, this film series never got a proper conclusion, which is kind of sad, I'm gonna be honest. But, whatever. You know, it happens. Let's see, we got the Hunger Games films, we got all 5 of the Hunger Games movies. We're gonna do these in timeline order. So we got the Hunger Games, Ballad of the Songbirds and Snakes, which is a pretty good film, actually. It wasn't that bad, and I like that it has more songs in it. I just felt like the 3rd act was rushed. That was my honest thought. I thought the 3rd act, her turning from just a songbird to a snake was really, really rushed. They could have done better on that. This is one of those where you could have split it into 2 films, or you could have done a 3-hour runtime, and I don't think many people would be upset by that. Okay, yeah, there would be some people, but, like, you would actually be able to develop your story. Then we have The Hunger Games, the 2-disc DVD with a digital copy. I got that last one at Walmart, and I got this one at the Goodwill in Yuba City. I got The Hunger Games Catching Fire. I gotta say, I love the artwork on these cases. That is one thing I have to give them. I love the artwork. And then The Mockingjay, Part 1. And then The Mockingjay, Part 2. And I think I ordered Part 1 off Amazon. Or it might have been off eBay. I couldn't find Part 1 anywhere, so I was just like, you know what, forget it. I want to finish the series, so I ordered it. And I do love this cover artwork. Like, this is beautiful. Alright, and then we got some monster movies. And I should have The Maze Runner somewhere, but I think what happened is I accidentally put it in my action movie section. So there's a couple titles that might be in action. Don't worry about it. I will show them off when I find them. But yeah, give me a second. Alright, so starting with the kind of like Planet of the Apes, monster movies, whatever kind of animal films. We've got King Kong, the deluxe extended edition. This is the film directed by Peter Jackson that came out in 2005. This has quite a few special features, 38 minutes of deleted scenes. This is unrated as well. You got 2 disc, and then the 3rd disc. And then you got, let's see here. Godzilla 2014. I've never watched this. I think I bought this really cheap and I didn't really think about it. So I don't know if I'll like these movies, but I do know that they make a lot of money. So, that's one thing. Let's see. We got Planet of the Apes, the Mark Wahlberg, Tim Burton film. I've heard this one's pretty bad. I've never seen it, but I've not heard good things. Whoops. There we go. Then we got the Planet of the Apes trilogy. We got Rise of the Planet of the Apes. I've never seen the whole trilogy, by the way. I need to do that sometime. Sorry. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, and I got this brand new and sealed at Goodwill in the town I used to live in. And the disc is in there. I just haven't cut the security thing on it, because this was brand new and sealed. And then War of the Planet of the Apes, I got at the half-price books somewhere. Probably the one in Citrus Heights? I don't remember. But I got this on the clearance rack, and I got it because it was the only one I was missing of the trilogy. Also don't know what this means right there, but it's in good condition. Then we got the Jurassic Park movies, and these are, of course, not box sets, so I will get into the box sets of movies that I own. Well, the box set section, because I do have some box sets mixed in, but they're mainly... I have my reasons. Including these, the Jurassic Park Collector's Edition box set with Jurassic Park and Jurassic Park The Lost World. I got this off eBay a while ago, and I have seen all three films in here. I have watched all of them. There's only two films in here, but I have the third one next to these. And yeah, they all come with the original packaging. They have this weird, like, mark on them. I noticed all of them do, and I don't know what to do about it. I'm just leaving it. I'm just pretending it's meant to be there. I do have Jurassic Park 3, which I do think it's kind of lame that they give the second film a subtitle, but they don't give the third film a subtitle. I've also heard that this movie is pretty bad. I don't remember it. I'd have to rewatch it. And yeah, Jurassic Park 3. Then you got Jurassic World, or, sorry, one more thing, Beyond Jurassic Park. And this is kind of a cool little bonus disc that I found somewhere really cheap, with special features from all three films, which I didn't even realize that. That is actually really cool, that you get like 3 films worth of bonuses on here. And yeah, it's only on one disc, but it's still cool. Pamphlet. And then you got the, let's see what this is. This is the Jurassic World trilogy. So you got Jurassic World, the one with Chris Pratt, in a nice slipcover. I have seen this one a while ago, at least once. Yeah, so here it is. And then you got some pamphlets. This also has another actor in here. Oh, Brian Howard. That's not how you say her name. What's her name again? Bryce Dallas Howard. I am so sorry that I got that wrong. Yeah, this has her in it. And I've started to notice her in a couple other films. Like, you know, I know she's in a couple other films. I think she was in, what is that one called that came out this year that was really bad? Argyle. Oh, yeah, that one. I love that movie, but obviously a lot of people didn't. But I noticed her in that. This is Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. This is like the Last Jedi of the Jurassic World series, I guess. This film was not well received, but I've never watched it. I've just heard that. And then I do have the theatrical and the extended cut of Jurassic World Dominion. And this one was done by Colin Trevorrow. All three of these were directed by Colin Trevorrow, who was meant to do Star Wars Episode 9, Duel of the Fates. But here is the DVD and the Blu-ray disc. I think I've only seen the theatrical cut. I don't think I've ever watched the director's cut. But I feel like I have. I need to look at this and see if I ever watched it. The extended cut is on the Blu-ray disc. It's not on the DVD disc. And I did pick this up at, I think it was like Toon Tank Music. Yeah. A place I don't usually go to all the time. It was down in Reading, I will tell you that much. It was down in Reading, and we've gone there for some events, just for like Christmas and stuff, and I have picked up some movies there. And this was one of them. And I was very happy to get it with the extended cut, so now I have both versions of the film. Also like the embossing on this. Like, this is very nice. The texturing, maybe it's not called embossing, but it is very nice. Alright, so now to do the Lord of the Rings and Narnia films that I have not shown off previously, starting with Beyond Narnia, a documentary, I think, about the Chronicles of Narnia. I would assume. I've never watched this, actually. I found this somewhere pretty cheap, I would assume. Beautiful disc artwork. I do love the art on this. And then we have some Lord of the Rings stuff. We have the Lord of the Rings Fellowship of the Ring Special Edition, featuring 2 never-before-seen featurettes and a photo gallery. So this is a National Geographic Special Edition that I found years back. And this has a little pamphlet with it, and the disc, which I don't really remember. I don't think I ever watched it all the way through. But this was pretty cool. It is faded on the side, but I could replace it, I guess. Then you got The Lord of the Rings Return of the King. This is another National Geographic Special Edition, I would think, or is this not the Special Edition? Anyways, it has some features. It's on Return of the King, and I've never opened it. Then we have The Lord of the Rings, J.R.R. Tolkien, of the J.R.R. Tolkien and the Birth of the Lord of the Rings. So this is another type of documentary film, which is pretty cool. Then you got the Lord of the Rings Symphony with Howard Shore. This is how they composed the films. And you can see what's on here. Very cool find. I don't remember where I got this, but it was a very cool find to get. And you also got a little booklet with it. So, there's that. Oh, I got it at Rasputin's, I guess. Yeah. And then we have the Hobbit films. This is the Hobbit... This is the Hobbit, The Desolation of Smaug. The extended cut. That is extremely hard to get. Any of these films, the extended edition on DVD is impossible to find. This does have a tear inside, but I don't care, because this literally took me forever to find. My goal is to get all 3 of the Hobbit films extended and theatrical. Thankfully, the theatrical cuts are a lot more common, but the extended cuts are a pain in the neck to find. Then I have the Lord of the Rings 3 film collection. This is the theatrical cuts of the Lord of the Rings movies. And of course you've got Fellowship of the Ring, I believe. Fellowship of the Ring, The Two Towers, and The Return of the King. And these are all in widescreen, but these are all the theatrical cuts. So they all have the standard run times. And then I have this really cool Lord of the Rings box set that my mom bought for me at Half Price Books. And this has all 3 films with all the bonus disc. And it comes in this really nice case. Since getting this, I found this one a lot more. It used to be really rare, but now I've started to see this one a lot more often. All 3 of these. But you've got all the discs, obviously. So you got that, disc 1, disc 2, 3, and 4. and you got to make sure you close it right so you don't damage it. Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers. This is the extended edition. Whoops, trying to be very careful. Also, I think there is a fantasy film I'm missing in this collection. There's probably some mixed in with my other films, but this is basically all the sci-fi fantasy stuff I got. Yeah. So the Lord of the Rings, Two Towers extended cut, and then Return of the King. This is in a beautiful royal blue kind of shading. I love this artwork here, but this has disc 1, disc 2, disc 3, and disc 4. And of course, you gotta put it back the proper way so you don't damage the box. And now I need to put those all back in their slips. But it's a really cool set. But like I said, these are all pretty easy to actually get since I bought these. I've started seeing them a lot more in thrift stores. But when I got these, they were very hard to find. And I had already bought all of these, but then they got stolen. So I basically had to buy these twice, and it was very annoying. Where'd the slip for? Ah, there we go. Two Towers. Yep. I love these movies. I haven't watched them in a while, but definitely again soon, because these are great films. Yeah, you got film 1, 2, and film 3. That's the Lord of the Rings, Hobbit stuff, Narnia, fantasy. All done with that. Now on to general box sets. So these are box sets that I keep by themselves, because I may have these films already on display, or if I have the box sets on display, it's because they're part of the rest of the film series. For example, the Lord of the Rings films, I keep with my fantasy section, I think purely just because, and that kind of thing, but like E.T., I don't keep the collector set in the DVD shelf, I keep it in the box set shelf, which is technically on the same... Alright, so now that I showed you guys all of that, I can show you all of the box sets that I own for sci-fi fantasy films. I own a lot of collector's box sets of movies when it comes to DVD and Blu-ray. So I'm going to start by showing you the BBC Chronicles of Narnia box set. This is on DVD. I got these really cheap, which is why I picked this up. This has The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, Prince Caspian, Voyage of the Dawn Treader, and The Silver Chair. The one Narnia film that a lot of people wish they had done. They really should have done The Silver Chair. In fact, I think it was rumored for a while, but they never did. Oh yeah, there's these also art pieces in here. But, yeah. So, we'll start with The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. These have beautiful artwork. These are very low budget because these were for the BBC. But I still do own all of them, and I find them interesting, at the very least. And then, yeah, this is the last one, The Silver Chair, which I actually might watch, just out of pure curiosity for what the story is about. Because I'm pretty sure these are roughly faithful, but they're just shorter and lower budget. And then the art pieces, I guess I'll show you guys. So we got this. This is like a poster you can hang, I guess. Something like that. This is really cool, though, from the looks of it. I should maybe put this up somewhere. Whoops. I don't want to damage that. There we go. And then this is like what? Just a little chapter list. Yeah, this basically tells you all the chapters. This has some information. Ooh, there's even another piece in here. Wow, that's a lot of text. DVD production credits, just a lot of information. I'm not going to read through all this. They're also advertising their Secret Garden adaptation. I'm not going to read through all this, but I do own it, and it is a pretty cool box set. Once again, I don't really like these films. They're very slow, and they're very low budget. You can tell these are TV movies. They're not that interesting. But they were kind of cool to own. And for the price that I got them for, it was a pretty good deal. I think I paid $3, and I'm not really sure what these go for online, but I thought it was a good deal. I thought it was kind of cool. Then we have some Steven Spielberg films, collector sets. E.T. the Extraterrestrial, the 2-disc limited collector's edition that I got at a Goodwill store. And this has all these bonus features. Does this have multiple cuts of the film? Or, I don't know what this is, but this has quite a few little bonuses. Here's disc 1, disc 2, and the artwork. There's also a little sleeve thing you can take. I don't know what's on this. It's Spielberg, and there's some information inside. So this is kind of interesting. Yeah, little cool piece. Sorry that I'm having to turn my camera down a lot. It's just me trying to put it back in. Actually, I have no idea how much of that will be in the final video because I plan to cut a lot of it. Whoops. I got to fix that. There we go. Okay. That's E.T. Then we got the collector's edition of Close Encounters of the Third Kind. This is a 2-disc collector's edition, though, so it is better than the one that I have. The standard DVD release, which I think I just kept because why not? It's not broken, so I'm just going to keep it, even though I already own other prints of this film. You got the artwork, which is very nice. All of this stuff on here. This is all chapter list. I don't know how this opens up again. Okay, so I have to take this out. So it's a box inside a box inside a box. I can never actually get the box. Oh, there we go. My bad. Okay, so I actually realized you open it like this, and then you have the disc placed like this, so you have disc 1. This is widescreen presentation. Disc 2, this is special features. And then in terms of bonus features, I'm pretty sure they're listed on the box. What does this say? Okay, it's pretty basic stuff. Making of documentary, 1977 featurette, deleted scenes, filmography, trailer. So this has quite a bit on it. And then I do have a Blu-ray release that I picked up. I think it was at Reading Records and Music. It's a little bit beaten up, but it's not too bad. It is the film on Blu-ray. I don't know why I really needed this, but it's cool. Yeah, so this is a whole booklet on the making of the film. This is actually really cool. Forgot how cool that was. And then this is, I think, all 3 cuts of the film. This has disc 1, the 30th Anniversary Ultimate Edition. This is disc 2, the 30th Anniversary Ultimate Edition Special Features. Oh, so this has all 3 cuts. This has the 1977 theatrical cut, the 1980 Special Edition, and the 1998 Director's Cut. So this has all the versions. This is what I want. That's probably why I picked it up. Not only because it was really cool, but because it had all 3 different cuts. And I do love myself having every single different version of a film. Like, sure, casing, it's a little bit insane. I'm not going to get every single casing ever made for a film. But if you tell me there's a different version of the actual movie itself, if it's a film I'm into, I'm likely going to pick it up. So that is Close Encounters. Then we got Back to the Future, the Robert Zemeckis film trilogy of absolutely stellar sci-fi time travel. These films are so great. Like, I love these movies. I mean, maybe not love them, but I really enjoy them. I think I like the first and the third one the best, but I haven't seen them in a while. Here's disc 1, here's disc 2, and disc 3. I love that they used the VHS-style artwork. They kept it kind of very similar to, like, the original posters and VHS prints. I had the 2002 VHS box set, but I got rid of it and have this instead. There's also some writing on it, but, of course, I can take a little bit of writing. It's not going to ruin my collection piece. I did pay $6 for this, so this was actually a pretty good deal. And then I have the Blu-ray edition of Back to the Future. which I bought purely because of how cheap I got this for. Like, look at all those bonus features. Deleted scenes, tales from the future, physics, music videos, audio commentaries, Back to the Future, the ride, much more. Like, all of this stuff is on the Blu-ray collector's set. This is so cool. And I love these movies, so why not own them on Blu-ray? I think originally I actually did plan to sell these, but no one was buying it for that much, and I'm kind of glad that I didn't. Yeah, just look at that. All nice Blu-ray disc, all in great shape. And then we have, I showed you Jurassic Park, but I didn't show you this. The Ultimate Trilogy DVD box set. This is actually my latest pickup, DVD-wise. I picked this up rather recently, back on the 25th. I went to my hometown, went to the Green Top, and I found this set. And I think it has some bonus features that I already have, but it's a collector's set, so why not? Then I have Divergent, the Blu-ray book set. This is actually missing a disc, so I think I got it for a discount. Yeah, it's missing that disc. It has that one. It has that one. So it's missing disc 1. I'm not even fully sure what the first disc is meant to be. I have no idea. Oh, I guess it was meant to be the film's Blu-ray copy. Oh well, I don't really watch Blu-ray a lot. I prefer DVDs, so whatever. I got it really cheap. I think I got it for like $1. And I also got this extremely cheap, which is the only reason I picked it up. This is Dragon Wars, the DVD Steelbook. This is a Sony Pictures release. I know nothing about this film. This looks like utter garbage, quality-wise, writing-wise. But it was a DVD Steelbook. These are pretty cool to come across, and I only had to pay like $3 for it, so why not? And that is actually going to be it for my entire fantasy sci-fi collection. I don't know how these videos are going to turn out. I have to do a lot of re-edits and combinations and stuff. But you're going to get 3 videos of my sci-fi collection, 2 or 3, and I hope you have enjoyed watching all of them. And I will be back with other collections shortly. I will be back with more videos soon. Alright, thanks guys.